has it? No, it's right on course. You're beaten so bad, you're trained to ignore. Let me not just...
Okay, sorry.
I was going to pause it if you didn't know.
Okay. What is up, YouTube? It is your boy, your poet, Kendrick Youngblood, and...
Dice7820. I got to do my intro. What's up, people playing Reptilion? This is... Actually, it's not OTPO anymore. It's Dice7820 coming back with another Minecraft video, even though we're not playing Minecraft.
Yeah, so what do you do? Just let the people know.
I just record gameplay with my friends. It's normally in my live streams. And I take away all the funny moments, the great ones that I consider, you know, the best, like my Hanzo montage. And then I just put them in a video for everybody to enjoy. Those ones actually get views, unlike the stream.
Today we're reacting to Akala, Fire in the Booth. Y'all already know what it is. You've been requesting this. I put out a poll. This is what won. So y'all better show up and actually watch this thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will preface with this. I've actually watched this already. I tried to do the reaction and I ended up losing the footage.
No.
I felt so bad and I was so upset. I know. It was the worst. But thankfully, my bro here, he has not seen it. So you're gonna get a genuine reaction out of him. I'm gonna be hype as always. Let's get started.
Hype is fun. Fun is hype.
Fun
hype
is hype.
Dice. Dice is nice.
Facts. All right, let's go.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yo. Okay, yo.
You're like a tiger.
Yes, I grew up on a dole in a single parent family. Been through a little bit of tragedy. Yes, I was around drugs and violence before the day that I started secondary. That's part of it, not half of it. Get the picture, the rest ain't necessary. Growing up, got a little caught up. That ain't even half of my life. Also given the knowledge of self, that is all we actually need to survive. If you saw me, age 9, reading Malcolm, just fine. Teachers still treated me stupid. Students that couldn't speak English, they put me in groups with. The irony is, some of the first man to give me schooling, you were called youngsters. I already explained that we know what the truth is. They used to say, don't be like me. Yeah, I got a name and dough on the street. Nighttime comes, I can't sleep. It's the part that rappers don't speak. We don't hit the road cause we're thugs. Don't come out the room, wanna sell drugs.
Okay, all right, so right off the bat, some things I picked up on is the fact that he just went into the deep end on like, I had a hard upbringing, you know what I mean? Single parent home, things like that. Yeah, anyway, do you have any thoughts about this?
I've noticed that he has this certain flow that all the England people have. Mm-hmm. It goes very slow, then he picks it up, and it sounds very good, but at times it's choppy. Mm-hmm. And then at the beginning, he said something where I just didn't understand because it had nothing to do with it. But then the way he raps picked it up, and he rhymed that verse with the second verse. It's like how you do poetry, A, B, B, A. Mm-hmm. That's how it was doing here.
Yeah.
I got a name and dough on the street. Nighttime comes, I can't sleep. It's the part that rappers don't speak. We don't hit the road cause we're thugs. Don't come out the room, wanna sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us? How could I knock the hustle to get by? How do you think I ate as a child? Judge no one, done many things wrong. Just don't boast about it in songs, but listen to my older bars. I was just as confused as you probably are, but you grow when you learn. Travel and cut, one too many man, you know, get caught up. One too many man that could have been doctors, end up spending the whole life boxed up. You learn if you study, so set out just to make them money. No cover, it's all about getting poor people to fight with one another. So it's logical that us killing our brothers, dissing our mothers is right in line with the dominant philosophy of our time. But time is a cycle, not a line. Comes back around, you regain your mind. You be ready for the energy I challenge in my rhyme. Remedy the pedigree, the jeopardy your mind when the world's this leverage is a crime.
Okay, sorry. That was some fire right there. I just had to pause it.
That part of the time, he was saying how not everybody's born evil and shit.
Nah, it's okay.
How everybody's not born evil, so... It depends on how you're raised. Not everybody's born wanting to shoot each other, you know?
Exactly. Another thing he brought up is the fact that a lot of people who helped make him who he is today, who gave him advice and counsel, would be called gangsters and thugs. You know what I mean? Which is really nuts. He's actually an insane like intellectual in terms of his knowledge about like foreign affairs and things like that, and then even domestic affairs in the UK. I bring this all up to say it's crazy how him growing up in school, people thought he was like stupid and didn't know anything. Kind of crazy.
I like this guy and I've only heard him for a minute.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Fight with the brothers over crumbs. Harder to fight the one who makes guns. We can all talk, get $2. Harder to be the one who seeks knowledge. If we understood economics with no money's nothing, think nothing of it. Money is a means to get wealth, not the wealth itself. And don't get confused, far from broke. All that you see me do I own, but I won't hang what I make around my neck. I know from where that the diamonds came, but I do literally own a library that definitely costs more than your chain. And businesses and property, far from starving. I eat quite properly and I don't care. Just said it for the kids who need to know you're not broke to listen. Don't know an asset from a liability, they've never been shown nor told the difference, so they don't change situation. Richest man in Britain is Asian, that's significant, not coincidence. Asian people build businesses not by flossing, going out shopping, giving up the culture for everyone's profit. Who runs Bollywood? Indian people. Who runs our ish? So we shake our ass and dance as if racism just upped and vanished. But has it? No, it's right on course. You're beaten so bad you're trained to ignore. Let me not just...
Okay, sorry.
I was gonna pause it if you didn't.
Okay.
Katon, Gokame Kek.
Yo, this man went in. So he's talking about how like money is a means to an end, not the end itself, right? So like money is a way in getting wealth, but it's not wealth itself, right? But a lot of people will prioritize money, like especially in rap. He was talking about how that's something that's really. Oh wow! I mean, not to put shade on Migos or anything, but
It's just a fact.
Oh my god, yeah, but yeah. So I really like how deep he's getting. He's talking about how knowledge is power. What else? What are some things you thought?
I feel this dude has the same mentality as me when it comes to money. I don't see really why we fight over it, all that other stuff, because it's kind of useless as a piece of paper.
Yeah, really, it's just paper. Like
people see value in what they have instead of what they can be considering in their mind.
Exactly, man, exactly. There was something else he brought up. I can't remember what it was, and now I'm really upset. Anyway, I'm gonna just go back a little bit. Maybe it might come back to me. Ooh, yes. Okay, I remember now. All right. Yeah, so he was bringing up like minority groups in Britain who are really dominating. He mentioned like Asian-owned businesses, things like that. And then who owns Bollywood, Indian folk, pretty much to say that, yes, it is possible with, knowledge and discipline to succeed, but racism still exists and we shouldn't forget that, right? So I'm glad he brought up both sides of the argument.
So we shake our ass and dance as if racism just upped and vanished. But has it? No, it's right on course. You're beaten so bad you're trained to ignore. Let me not just make sweeping statements. Give me a second, I'll explain it. For small amounts of drug possession, there's more black people in jail in America than there is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up thugs. Imagine they're in prison every middle class kid that had ever held drugs. Oh, that's right, that'd be your kids. Bigger than that, what is going on with this? Prison in America's private business. They get paid $50K per year per inmate by the state. Just wait, also legally are allowed to use their prison inmates as slaves. Cheap slave labor, big corporations, they come out of jail when they can't get a job. So when we celebrate going to jail, we are literally...
Okay, so what I've noticed here is I actually have an example of this racism thing. Two people that I know were arrested for the same thing. They were both drug dealers. One was white, one was black. They actually helped the white guy get out of that situation more than they did the black guy. The white guy had a bunch of tattoos and stuff that would be considered as a bad person. They helped him cover it up.
Wow.
And then the black dude, they didn't really do anything for but the rest.
Man, see, honestly, and I like the parallel he made between, the American prison system and slavery.
Actually, the jail and prison system was first introduced to wind up black people and put them in an area where they could be legally.
Exactly. See, so, and it's just sad, the statistics he brought up, that like there's more folks in jail for drug possession than like these other heinous crimes that actually hurt other people directly. And don't get me wrong, I understand how drugs can harm people, but still these other things, which I'm not going to name because I don't want to get demonetized, are really, really bad things. And
these other things, like, for example, one of Tupac's songs, they have a war on drugs, but not a war on poverty. Which that should really be the focus, because there's a bunch of homeless people even living down there.
Yeah, it's true. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
Just wait, also legally are allowed to use their prison inmates as slaves. Cheap slave labor, big corporations, they come out of jail when they can't get a job. So when we celebrate going to jail, we are literally celebrating enslavement. Add to that the hood that you live in, engineered social condition that breeds crime by design. Where do you think you get your... Yeah, you could say that they're just black, but I like to deal with facts. In the 1920s, you would have found in America black towns, prospering centers of economics to education to make you proud. But some people couldn't bear that the former slaves would not just slide down to the KKK and other hate groups, burn those towns to the ground.
Oh my God. Okay. I don't know if y'all know about the Tulsa Race Massacre That was one tragedy that happened in the 1920s, which he might be referencing specifically here. He was talking about how in the 1920s, black folk who were, prospering and things like that, ended up having their, neighborhood burned to the ground, things like that. It was crazy. And that's not the only example. There's other examples in human history of like black folks prospering and then certain hate groups or just vigilantes really coming out and squashing the black communities that were prospering, which really
It's not
sucks.
just black, it's like Asian, all types.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Slaves would not just slide down to the KKK and other hate groups. Burn those towns to the ground, killing hundreds if it ain't understood. You think you were always living in the hood? It's only been 60 years since the hung blacks and burned them, and that was so cool. They were your baskets, picnic baskets, even gave kids the day off school. Go see a lynching, have a picnic, it's fun to watch the little monkeys die. And people.
Oh my God, the amount of knowledge he has about American history is nuts. You know what I mean? Because I don't even know some of this stuff.
Bro, and then he said it's fun to see the monkeys dying. That's a KKK meaning for when they used to either lynch them by tying them up to the back of their truck and driving, or just tying them up to a tree, or just any way to kill them if they could, or if they talked to somebody that they didn't like or anything.
Man, dang. It's heartbreaking, man.
It's a little dysfunctional. You wanna pretend that you don't know. Have a picnic, it's fun to watch the little monkeys die. And people act a little dysfunctional. You wanna pretend that you don't know why. If your color means you can be killed and you're powerless to get justice about it, is it difficult to figure out how you would then end up feeling about it? And that ain't excuses, just dealing with the roots of abuses that make a reality. We're a generation of young men speak of ourselves as dirt casually. That's America, this Britain. Something similar, some different. In this country, the first enslaved with the working class. What's changed? Worse jobs, worse conditions, most tax. Look where you're living, yet you go to the pub. Friday night, you will fight with a guy, don't know what for, won't fight with a guy shooting a tight who send your kids to die in a war. They don't send the kids to the rich or the politician, it's your kids, the poor British. They're the same to go and die in a foreign land for these wars that you don't understand. Yeah, they say you are British and that lovely patriotism they feed you, but in reality you have more in common with immigrants than with your leaders. I know both sides of my family, black and white, are fed ghetto mentality, reality in this system. Poor people.
Okay, so here's my one question. Are you sure he didn't just write this all down?
Yeah.
Because bro is spitting knowledge.
Yeah. No, this is probably pre-written. Yeah, this isn't a freestyle necessarily.
Like, this dude is just talking about everything. He's done his research. Oh, he's probably for months.
Yes. Like this man, it's crazy. Based on what my subscribers have told me, and also based on what I've researched on my own, this man gets invited to universities. You know what I mean? Like some classes actually study his bars. Just because of how detailed they are.
He belongs in Harvard right now.
I swear I saw a thumbnail of him like in Oxford University giving some talk. The man is just crazy intellectual, Yeah, he's just spitting history for us.
You can tell he's really interested in what he does. Because he knows way too much.
Right.
He knows stuff that's not even in the history books right now.
Exactly, man.
Ghetto mentality, reality in this system. Poor people are dirt regardless of shade. But with that said, let's not pretend that everything is the same. When our grandparents came here to Britain, if you had a criminal record you couldn't get in. That ain't protected from all of the stupid abuses they will be living. Kicked in the teeth, stabbed in the street, many times firebombed our houses. Put feces through our letterbox, and of course the cops did so much about it.
Oh my God, put feces in their letterboxes? Like that's crazy. I mean, among the other things he said.
That's crazy and disgusting, bro. They put feces in their hand. Open the mailbox with that feces in their hand. Shoved it up in that mailbox. Closed it. Sniffed their hand.
Okay. Yo, hate will make you do dumb things. You know what I mean? He brought up the fact that like poor people suffer. Regardless of race, they suffer. But he also said, let's not pretend at the same time like every poor person's experience is the same, which I really love. You know what I mean? You can't just read or watch Oliver Twist and know the struggle of every poor person, right? That's
a fact.
Yeah, I'm referencing Good Will Hunting and saying that, but yeah, he understands the nuance even in suffering and oppression. Not everybody's story is the same.
Firebombed our houses, put feces through our letterbox, and of course the cops did so much about it. Daily, up to the 80s, people spitting in my palm because I was a baby. But of course, that has had no effect on why today we are crazy. And none of this was for any good reason. They were just dark and grieving to ease the guilt now for all of this treatment. Constant stereotypes are needed. So if I celebrate how big that my hit, bricks that are flipping, clips that are sticking, chicks that I'm hitting, I'm playing my position. But if I teach a kid to be a mathematician, messing with the schism, how they gonna fill a prison when materialism is no longer our religion? What do you think we got now in Britain? Just like America, private prison for profit. That mean when your kids go jail, people make money off it. So keep environments that breed crime.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not, bro. Prisons make so much profit, because they try to make people's bills insane amount, especially when they're people of color or not. I'm not saying white people don't get that too, but still, America loves profiting off their prisons. Did you know that in most areas that prisons is just another home to reform yourself?
Yeah.
Here it's just a box that you're rotting.
I know, man, like a cage or something.
How is that going to reform you?
Right, like
it's going to keep you with your thoughts, and that's it.
Yeah, it might even like further instill those dark tendencies into you, because if you think about it,
bring people to insanity,
right? And then they let you out into society and expect you not to come back in after they've treated you like an animal. Which is why people
years. Come back. Where are the Dutch people who speak Dutch?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. In the Netherlands, they have like a hotel type system where your family can come over, visit, whatnot. And there's also one where you live with your family and still trying to reform what it was that you did.
Yeah.
And they don't come back.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video on that, actually. Thank you for bringing that up. We have a long way to go. And it's like you said, it's because the prison system is rooted heavily in like catching slaves. And then when slavery was done,
now it's a money grab.
Yeah, a money grab.
Crime, build more jails at the same time. Market badness to the kids in the rhymes. Long as rich kids ain't dying, it's fine. Get them to the point where some are so lost they actually believe if they don't celebrate killing themselves off. That it's because they're soft. Was Malcolm soft? Was Marley soft? Tell me, was Marcus Garvey soft? Well, was Muhammad Ali soft? Nah, I think not, but they want us to think that the road is cool. Being on bold is all we could do. We don't control the wholesale production, so who benefits from us moving the food? Or thinking there's no way out of road life, but Malcolm X used to hustle on the roadside. And Marcus Garvey organized more than 6 million people with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't eat? One of my own homeboys did.
Okay, so he was bringing up greats. Marcus Garvey, who's a political scientist, I believe, did a lot for the black community. Malcolm X. There was someone else you brought up, I can't remember. Muhammad Ali, thank you. Like, these are legends, you know what I mean? Yeah, any more thoughts?
Not for this bar, at least.
Okay.
People with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't eat? One of my own homeboys did a 10 straight in the boxing yard. Now what's he doing? Passing his doctorate. Don't tell me that it's too hard. Who trained you to believe you're inferior? Sungbo Ebedo in Nigeria are the remains of an ancient moat dug 1,000 years ago. 20 meters wide, 70 down. Round the remains of an ancient town that's 400 square miles around. 400 square miles around. Please don't believe me. It was a documentary on BBC, but we ain't studying history. Too busy watching MTV.
Oh my God. Okay, so what's so crazy about this bar right here is I didn't even know about that moat that existed in Nigeria, and I'm Nigerian. You know what I mean? So that's wild how they found the remains of like this ancient town in Nigeria. I want to know more about that.
Honestly, people have a habit of trying to wipe out every single person that they see, especially back in the olden days.
Yeah, man. I'm wondering if that moat was like a traditional burial ground, or if it was like a massacre that led to that. Like, I'm kind of worried.
It might have been the after effects of a war that happened.
That's something I have to look into. He said there's like a BBC documentary on it. I'll probably check that out. Yeah.
TV said, wear platinum. Now everybody wanna go and wear platinum. And MTV said, pop magnums. Now everybody wanna go and pop magnum. If MTV said, drink prune juice, you will start hearing that in tune soon. Hey, today I wore my Cartier. Is it now more important what I got to say? Oh, and I drive a Mercedes, by the way. So everybody listen to what I got to say. Does that make you all happy? But my head's still nappy. Think for myself, so some mad at me. But on the mic, ain't not one bad as me. All of this here's good for the rhymes. Put us in the same place at the same time, and it's clear to everybody I'm out of my mind. Some of these guys are running out of their rhymes. Clear to everybody that has got ears. I'm the guy that they just might fear, that they wanna get near, but they can't have a peer. All dear, I'm hard liquor, you're just like beer. Front on the kids for another 5 years. Come to my shows and some criteria mean that much to them. It's a movement. I don't speak for myself, but a unit. Black, white, man, woman. Anyone who respects truth, we put in. Dudes are like no dinner, we're just pudding. Yeah, you're sweet, but no substance pudding. You can never ever be with a level on. Our songs get played out there in Lebanon. We speak for the people properly, not for the old fat guys in offices and the girls loving. Ain't fair, you can't even be bothered to comb his hair. Anyway, that's enough kissing my own ass. Back to the more important task of being so shower. I got half the hood screaming, knowledge is power. And I ain't saying that'll change rap back, but I do know this for a fact. Right now there's a youth on your block with his hands on his face screwed up. So he don't care, don't give a that he won't let nobody call his bluff, but the words go in. Open your chakras, once that's happened there is no going back. Or would you start to see what is really happening? Who the enemy you should be attacking is. So read, stuck on the block, read, sitting in the book.
And that's something he always stresses, I've noticed, just the importance of like reading, you know, the fact that knowledge is power.
I mean, if he didn't read and nobody read, we we wouldn't be knowing what this dude is doing now.
Exactly. We wouldn't be hearing about him.
He seems like he listens to a lot of Tupac, by the way, trying to change the world.
Maybe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would like to find out what rap legends inspired him, you know? He did mention a few in the previous video I reacted to.
It's blocked, but the words go in. Open your chakras. Once that's happened, there is no going backwards. You start to see what is really happening. Who the enemy you should be attacking is. So read. Stuck on the block. Read. Sitting in the box. Read. Don't let them say what you can achieve. Because when people are enslaved, one of the first things they do is stop them reading. Because it is well understood that intelligent people will take their freedom. Because if we knew our power, we would understand we can't be held down. If we knew our power, we would not elevate not one of these clowns. If we knew our power, we wouldn't get arrogant when we get 2 pennies. If we knew our power, we would see what everybody sees, that we're rich already. But never mind MCs, go run for your mummy. I'm hungry, I run for my tummy. That's enough, back to worshipping money. I'm off, back to the study. Man! I can't just burn the booth down, man!
Yo, in respect to Charlie Sloth for always bringing these like really dope and intellectual rappers into the booth to spit some fire, you know? Like, honestly, wow. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you know?
So what I'm thinking here is he did say that your brains would be what leads to your success, freedom, all that. Mm-hmm. I do believe that it would lead to your success. But you know, people of color do suffer with, even if they have intelligence, on their freedoms.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like I know the law perfectly because I studied it for years, but I still get, you know, pulled over. I still have to stress when I'm with those police officers, whatnot.
Yeah, man, real talk. And that's why it's got to be a systemic change of some sort, right? We can't keep putting these people in power, like he was referencing, that like really don't care about us. And hopefully if we knowledge up, we can be more mindful of who we're allowing to dictate the rules, and maybe we can make a difference, you know?
Tupac says, we gotta make a change.
Yep, we gotta make a change. All right, bro, where can people find you? Let them know.
Oh, you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. I also have that now. 3 of those are Dice7820, but the Instagram is thief85_.
All right, nice. I'll make sure to put that on the screen so they can see that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna try to have my boy here for a couple other reactions. I hope y'all enjoyed.
You'll see me again.
Yes, yes, indeed. All right. Deuces.
Peace.